Good evening. Count the Omer. We make the Omer counting in the first week is given over to the energy of Chesed. Chesed, giving, that giving, loving energy. It's a pure thing. And every day, I think of it as we kind of moderate that energy because in its pure form, it has a lot of danger attached to it. It needs an adjective, so to speak. So tonight, it's a particularly beautiful adjective. It's Tiferet Shebechesed, beauty within that pure giving quality. Here goes my sacred partner. I'm going to read you a piece, Susie.
Sounds good.
That you even haven't heard. It's not the kind of thing I usually write, but it's an interesting piece. And I'm going to do something I generally don't do with these pieces. I'm going to explain it. It's an interesting piece. So tonight, we're making the prayer over Tiferet Shebechesed, beauty within that giving quality. We make the counting. We're in the third day, counting the evening of the Omer, the counting. This period of transformation between freedom from and freedom for. On the 50th day, we acquire our durable wisdom, Torah. This piece is called Misinformed. Comes from the movie Casablanca. Monsieur Rick and Louis, Captain Renault, they're sitting and Monsieur Rick says, I came to Casablanca for the waters. Louis says, what waters? We're in the desert. Monsieur Rick says, I was misinformed. Journeys of secret destinations, I am partial to them. I was educated that way, following, not knowing what, then led to places I did not imagine. I have fashioned a life out of mistakes and returns. I have been taught there are two kinds of returns. One out of a moment, transformative and life-changing. More common, step by step. Sequential, methodical. But from the movie, there is a third variety. a change no less profound because it is clever and ironic. Monsieur Rick says, I was misinformed as if he knows something about what is coming. He knows nothing. He may think he knows, but he does not know. Other than he may sense that he knows nothing. How his life was about to be altered in unpredicted ways. Watching the plane leaving for Lisbon, not knowing that soon he would have a choice, profound and unexpected, between the pull of his past and the entry into a future he did not see coming. Up until the end of shooting the picture, Ilse did not know which man she would go off with.
It's not your usual. It's not your usual poem.
I know. It's interesting though, because
Why?
I was thinking when we're talking about the transformative nature of these days, these weeks between Pesach and Shavuot, and I was thinking about the nature of the transformative nature in our tradition, and we have basically two kinds. We have that more common kind, the sequential kind, the methodical kind, the kind Maimonides writes about when he writes about tshuva. And then there's this other more romantic kind that's given over in the Zohar and the Kabbalistic tradition, when b'shaita echada, in a moment, a person's life can alter, change in profound ways. And then I was thinking about that movie, that there's something else going on there where the characters think they know, but they don't know. Remember, we used to sing that little song. We think we know, but we don't. We think we know, but we don't. Keep my mind open and my big mouth shut. We think we know,
But we don't.
but we don't. And I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how funny it is in that movie, that little scene, because Monsieur Rick pretends like he knows. That's what's funny about it. Like he has this smile on his face, like, there's a smile on his face. I was misinformed. Like he's making a joke at Louis' expense, like he knows something. He doesn't know. And what's interesting to me on a meta level, on several levels, is that even the actors in the movie, they didn't know how it was going to play out. I like that too. That the creators of the story may not have known. And that a lot of the story was written on the set.
Is that true?
Yeah. And that is interesting to me too, in a theological sense, and a metaphysical sense. We think we know, but we don't. Even the dramatist doesn't know, may not know, but they think they know. And then there's what's nice about that movie, why I like it, is that there is a resolution at the end, and it's beautiful and tender and intimate. It's a beautiful resolution. It's tiferet shebechesed. It's beauty within intimacy.
And kindness.
It's a beautiful kindness
mercy.
between them. They walk off together into the fog.
But you know, what you don't know is if it's really transformational. What you don't know, and what we never know, is, are these things transactional? We put ourselves in them and we hope. We know we're actors. We know we're in it. We know there's intimacy, right? But we really don't know if it's transformational. Maybe even for a generation. How do you know it's really transformational? You don't.
That would require another movie. Really, like what happens in the Free
next?
French garrison in Brazzaville, or wherever they're off to.
But that's the point. we have to do the practice, we have to do the work, we have to put ourselves inside the story. That's what these days of Omer are about, right? They're meant to take us from Pesach to Shavuot to the transformation. But the work is transactional. We have to do the work. We have to count the days.
But you know what?
But we don't know until the end if it really is transformational.
But you said it. You're in the story. We're in the story. That's where we are.
And that's why counting.
So where are you in the trip? You're in the story.
Yeah.
You want to make the bracha?
Be in the story. I think that's the point. Be in the story as much as you can. That's what Pesach is about. And that's what will require the transformation if it comes. Make the brachas.
Hayom Shlosha Yamim Omer. Today's the third day of the Omer. Tiferet Shebechesed. Beauty within loving kindness. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshenu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu.
Al Sfirat HaOmer.
HaOmer. Amen. I'm going to sing Yal so you sleep better tonight. Hope you like our show. You know what this tune is? Comes from my people at Salonika. Here we go. Good night, everybody. I hope you get a good night's sleep. This is Sujim Tagu signing off. Are we here tomorrow night?
I don't know. They said something about not Friday nights, not Shabbat. So we'll be back Saturday night.
Okay.
Okay. Two still in the CU unit in the hospitals, major injuries,
Say good night.
and some of them
Good
minor
night.
injuries. And lucky we